I've been trying to. All right. Thank y'all so much. Well, she done told you who my daddy was, but she didn't tell you who I was. I was born the son of a paper mill worker. My daddy worked at the paper mill down in Bruton, Alabama, down on the Florida-Alabama state line, and he got a chance to move to Tennessee and join the Oak Ridge Boys when I was just a little fella. And anyhow, man, it's kind of changed the trajectory for our whole family. But music goes back a lot further than my dad. His grandfather was a fiddle-playing holiness preacher, and he had a radio show on Bruton, Alabama called the Old Country Church Hour on WEBJ in Bruton. And my dad and his sister Lynette used to go over there, and they'd play and sing on Granddaddy Golden's radio show. They'd tape it on Saturdays, and he got to be doing songs like I Saw the Light, like Ryan was doing, and I'll Fly Away and stuff like that. But anyway, that little home in the church, I basically had the best of both things growing up, and I spent every summer with my grandparents. We never really went on a family vacation when I was little. My daddy spent 250 days a year on the road on a bus with the Oak Ridge Boys. The last thing he wanted to do when he got at home was get in a car with a bunch of youngins. So we just basically went to my grandparents' house. And you grandparents, y'all pour more into your grandchildren here than you'll ever know. I know mine did, man. My folks, they were holiness people, and they didn't have a television. So, my granddaddy was one of the identical triplets. It was Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and my granddaddy was little Luke. He was a little tiny man. But he wasn't big. He was pretty small, but he used to say, if I hadn't been a triplet, I'd have been big as you. Anyway, man, he was a sweet little fella, and my grandmother, you can tell she was a good cook if you looked at all her grandsons, because we all got pretty big in our time. But anyhow, man, we had a key to that church. My grandparents didn't have a television, but we would work in the fields in the summertime and pull weeds, and it didn't take me long to figure out I'd a whole lot rather be playing piano than pulling weeds. So we had the key to this church. We'd go down there on the weeknights, my cousin and I, we'd be down there. They had a PA and they had a piano that all of the keys worked on. And we used to be down there. We'd be doing some of that stuff. When we get behind closed doors, we'd be singing honky-tonk songs, and my Uncle Ralph, he was the preacher. He'd hear that racket and see the lights on down there. He lived next door. When Uncle Ralph walked in, we'd go straight into Power in the Blood every time. I'm going to play this old-timey gospel song my daddy taught me when I was just a little boy. I wanted to say this. I got the opportunity to go out on the road with those guys, and I got to try to fill the shoes of this man down here. This is Freddie Satterfield. He was the host drummer during the heyday. And so he was as big a part of the show as any of the singers. He was to me anyway. And I had the opportunity to play with the Oak Ridge Boys, and I had an opportunity to play with a group called Restless Heart. I also played with a group called Alabama, and I said all that to say this, is after you hear me play this guitar and the piano, you're going to know why all three of them groups had me on the drums. So, old song my daddy taught me when I was little. Elvira! My brother passed away about 2 years ago, and I had his keyboards for sale on Facebook Marketplace when I heard this song, and I thought that it fit me to you. And I write a lot of the songs that I do, but this particular one I did not. And but it sang my story. And anyway, I took them off the Facebook Marketplace as soon as I heard this song. But It's my brand new single. I got some up with me today if you want to take it home. Piano for sale, best offer. Printed underneath the weekly prayer list. I haven't been in this church in forever, but I'll take it no matter how much it is. It's just a beat up, upright old banger, made of maple and brown sugar pine. But there's pieces of me in those ivory keys, and every song that ever changed my life, it played Yes, Jesus Loves Me when I first learned to sing. Just as I am on the day I believed. And here comes the bride when she walked down to me. It is well with my soul when we let mama go. Piano for sale, sold. I never told anybody about those nights when I'd sneak in and play honky-tonk songs. All the white gods and empty church confessions. Loaded up, I'm taking it home. 'Cause it played Yes, Jesus Loves Me when I didn't feel loved. Just as I am when I wasn't good enough. And here comes the bride, the best day of my life. It is well with my soul when we let brother go. Piano for sale, sold. It is well with my soul. Sing me back home. Piano for sale, sold. Yes, sold. It is well with my soul. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me.